Yeah, I mean, I found out what the tax side looked like once I started making six figures a couple years ago, and then
Wait,
I
wait,
had to
wait.
pay
So
taxes.
you make six figures and you don't vote?
No, and the thing is, I found out what it means when to make six figures. At the end of the year, you got to pay taxes, and I'd be like, oh my God. So
But
yeah.
that's directly determined for you. You have a say in what
Mm.
happens in it.
I know, but I didn't think that making six figures would have you paying the
Oh,
taxes.
you
Like
gotta pay taxes.
I was so used to making like 60 and 70K and stuff. And once I did achieve that, I seen the other side of, how things are. So it kind of hit me with a different perspective. But my thing is if somebody could convince me on why I should vote, then I would vote. But I just don't have no
Hold on, hold on, hold
reason.
on.
Hmm
Why do somebody got to convince you on why you should vote? Is what I'm wondering. Like, why is it that other
It's
people have to sell you on doing the thing that's best for you?
because I want to say, like you said, a lot of people don't vote because either they don't know
No, no, no,
stuff
no, no. Not
or
a
they
lot of
don't.
people. Talking to you specifically.
Well, oh well. I mean, as far as me, it's like I just don't pay attention to it. I don't really wanna. I don't. I want to say I don't. I don't want to say I don't want to get involved in it. It just don't be something that be on my mind. So maybe it should be, and maybe I could go in a different direction for it in the future. I would just have to sit down and learn more about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know
What do
enough
you
about it because I don't
what
pay
sports you
attention.
like? You like watching sports?
Yeah, football, baseball, and hockey, ice hockey.
What you into more? Base football?
Yeah,
Who your favorite player right now?
college or NFL.
NFL.
Um, I want to say it'll have to be Alvin Kamara,
Who's your favorite team?
the Saints.
Why?
Saints nice.
Louisiana. He's from Louisiana.
Well, hold on, Q.
I mean, because I'm from Louisiana, and that's what I grew up on.
So you have a
So
natural interest, and nobody had to actually tell you to go research it. You just naturally are interested in it because that's just what it is. Like nobody had to tell you to like the Saints. Nobody had to tell you who your favorite player is. It just naturally comes to you because that's what you're taking interest in.
yeah, I mean, it kind of grew on me from seeing my parents watch them. So I
Mhm.
adapted, who they liked. So that's how that went. You know.
But what do you get out of watching the Saints?
Hopes and dreams of dying area, like not going to the playoffs.
So it's
I
just
mean,
pure entertainment. So
it's
you put your
it's like
energy into something that you're not gonna get out of, not getting
I
anything
mean
out of it. But you
I
don't
mean
put
it's
your
like I'm gonna
energy into
be
saving money and getting bigger bags or understanding the landscape that you want to live in or controlling the cost of what's going on in your city. Like they literally can determine whether or not you guys live or die. Y'all knew that back when the levees broke. That was a
yeah,
decision that was made based off of who was in politics at the time.
maybe 2007.
Hey,
They determined who lived and who died.
Anton.
Hmm?
I think, and the way kind of like Biggie's kind of moving and describing himself as he talks about it. I think as you were talking about football, his energy went up. Everything was positive because he has a positive
Naturally.
reinforcement with football. But if you even just
Yeah,
look at like anything on TV, or if you mention, I mean, I've been through it. You've been through it when you mention who you start to dig politically, how disgustingly toxic it gets, how combative
yeah,
it gets. So that even if you are watching and you're trying to look, and I'm not saying people should fight through that, is what I'm going to say overall, but I can just see from his demeanor, it's like after a while you go, you know what? I just don't even want to deal with it because look when I go, hey, how about this? And then everyone comes at you like you're Uncle Tom, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. And you're like, wait,
That's
I just answered.
cool. I mean, have you
But
ever dealt with a disgustingly toxic woman, but you decided that you're not going to give up on hoes, did y'all?
yeah,
I'm just trying to understand because everything that y'all saying to
nah, I
me,
get you.
I'm going
Yeah,
to give you another example that says the opposite. Listen, women are some of the most evil beings on this earth. Men are some of the most evil beings on this earth.
yeah,
People are some of the most evil beings on this earth. We
It's
don't
true.
stop having friends. We don't stop getting pussy. Women don't stop sucking dick, and we don't keep on stop having relationships. As toxic as we all are, sex is at an all-time high. STDs is at an all-time high, and single parenthood is at an all-time high. So what I'm trying to understand is why do we pick and choose the things that we then engage in or not engage in based off of justification of things that we then can use as an example of why
Well,
we do continue to deal with certain things.
Well, because I mean, the reason why a lot of people, I believe, don't get into politics like that is because it's easy. It's because there isn't the choices that were given back in, let's say, 200 plus years ago, decided whether you lived or died in the now. Right now, someone can sit back, vote for people who they think is going to give them a bunch of stuff, and they won't figure out till they're 45, female and alone, and wondering, whoa, what happened?
How is that
And
any
it's like,
different than politics?
no, I'm saying that is that. It's just right now we've gotten so comfortable that people have been allowed to remove politics seemingly from their current lifestyle, not understanding how much is actually undercutting them. It's
This is
because
why
ease has come
I'm
in.
so glad we having this conversation because this is exactly why Democrats give y'all Meg the Stallion. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. This is why they give y'all Meg the Stallion at y'all rallies.
It's true.
Because they know that if they not giving you that dopamine hit, then there's no way that you're ever going to engage.
Yeah.
This is why they gonna bring out Beyonce. Honest to God, this is why they bring out Beyonce because people will show up at the rally to get a glimpse of Beyonce, but they won't show up to actually better understand exactly what policies that they pushing in front of y'all face. Next thing you know, you got a nigga following your daughter into the bathroom saying that I identify as a woman. We are Neanderthals in the black community. We have no ability as a group, not individually, right? Because obviously you can look at individuals and you have to evaluate people individually, but we make decisions like Neanderthal. Ooh, fire! That's the same shit that we do when it comes to entertainers and fucking rappers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it don't shine or ooh, we can touch it or some shit, then we don't ever want to engage. If a motherfucker is not running into you at 28 miles an hour, knocking a dude over to carry a fucking pigskin piece of ball into a goddamn end zone that's painted, we act like we don't know what the fuck is going on. If LeBron ain't shoot it, then we don't know it. And it's honestly, it's sad. It is so sad. And nobody is asking anybody to be an expert, right? At a very, for me, ain't nobody taking my money unless I know where it's going. You can't take my money y'all niggas don't know who FICA is. You don't know who none of these people are on y'all paycheck. Y'all willingly give y'all money and you get no representation for it. And for me, at the very basic level, that is crazy. Y'all won't give a woman 50 cents without asking for some pussy to go along with it. But we let them take money out of our paycheck without us even seeing it and get excited when they give us a little bit of it back. It's our money at the end of the year. It's your money. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to, as a collective, as a group of people. I don't know what y'all want to do. Y'all want us to make it sexy. Y'all want us to dress it up. Want us to put some sparkles at the poles or something like that. What y'all want us to give y'all some fucking fireworks? What do y'all want? Like, I don't know what y'all want to do better. Niggas die for this shit. Like people literally put their lives on the line for this shit. And we just be showing up like, fuck that. I don't even want to know why I didn't do it. I don't care. I don't know. Maybe we all just need drugs. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. And I be trying to understand it, but fuck it. This generation is cooked. Like, let's just start all over. Let's get a new whole set of people. Um and just start over. It ain't no helping this generation. Millennials, fucking Gen Z, it's over for y'all. All of us. That's it. I know God be looking at us like, look at these dumb motherfuckers over here. He gotta be disappointed. Like look at that one that right there. So I don't know.
Well,
thank you for that uplifting commentary, Anton. Really appreciate it.
Sometimes it's no time for uplifting. It's all whooping time.
does anybody disagree? Y'all
Get our
think we
belts
doomed?
out.
Y'all think we doomed? Anybody? Who agreed?
No, I'm saying what Anton's saying.
So we're doomed. Okay.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure that I don't take no carnival cruises, no spirit flights, no nothing.
Ain't no wait, hold on. Nothing is wrong with spirit.
Mm.
First off,
There ain't
spirit.
nothing wrong with
I
spirit.
don't know about that
No, no,
one.
no,
I
no.
don't know
It's
about that
nothing
one.
wrong with
Mm.
carnival. The problem
It's
is the
I didn't say that part.
demographics that they keep on offering Klarna and Afterpay to it. So that's the problem.
nah.
Wait,
There's
they
a
don't
lot wrong with spirit. I
airlines
don't know
A
though.
about
lot.
that. There's a lot wrong with spirit. No.
There's nothing wrong with spirit.
Mm-mm.
It's the people that take spirit.
They
Yeah,
charge you for the air
Mm-mm.
on
they
Spirit.
were just
South,
fighting on Delta.
hey, Q, South by
That's what I said.
Southwest
There's nothing
only.
wrong with spirit. It's the people that take it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Well,
I don't
and
think there's anything wrong with any of the
well,
airlines. I just
and
have to
South
try
by
to figure out
Southwest
a problem.
only. South
I
by
think that's
Southwest only.
but
I
Spirit's
think
planes like to do the jig, so I don't get on that at all. You can't
The
do that.
Spirit of Frontier, no. You,
listen, I've
mm.
never had a problem being on Spirit or Frontier. The flights I've been on that had delays with United and American.
And
Okay.
Q,
Southwest.
Q, when the last time you went on Spirit?
Well,
Exactly.
Ain't
uh
nothing wrong with spirit.
let me think, because I've been on a couple trips this year. Vegas,
How long ago was that?
June, first week of June.
Okay.
I
I
don't
thought you
mind
were gonna say
Vegas.
like 3 months.
I might be a little bougie, but I never had a problem with freaking Spirit.
And all the doors stayed on, and the
Um,
windows didn't
Yes,
crack or
and
nothing.
I went straight to sleep. Never
Like,
had a
Ain't
delayed
nothing wrong with
experience.
spirit. It's certain demographic. Listen,
mm,
it's the
Yes, you're
route.
right. It's black
It's
people that
certain
black
routes.
people fly Delta,
If you take
Southwest,
any spirit out of Atlanta, if you
mm,
take spirit
maybe Florida. Maybe that's why.
out of Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying? Like you just got to be careful of
And
what
you
routes
probably
you
get
take.
the same thing when you fly out of Atlanta with a Delta. A
I,
certain
Southwest, you get waters and cookies.
I try not to fly too many
I
But
places.
sometimes they have delayed flights. Southwest. I like Southwest when they used to give you your 2 check bags for free, but they don't have that policy anymore.
Southwest has
it,
changed. They
Free
don't
they
even
just
give
bags.
you
changed
the
it.
whole can
Two
anymore.
free check bags.
Not
Two free check
anymore.
Not
bags.
No.
anymore.
Biggie, that's changed. Not
Yeah, I
anymore.
just flew on Southwest 2 weeks ago. You don't
Yeah.
get 2 free bags. They're not even giving you a can of soda. I told her, give me the whole can. They're giving people cups. They're pouring it
Like the
themselves. Give me
sips
that whole
Oh
big bowl.
no.
with a
It
lot
has
of
Oh
ice.
no.
Make sure
so
you get a lot of ice in there.
yeah.
Oh no, man.
You
We
never
got
eat
we
the
got
ice on a
we got to get
plane.
the whole
That's
row.
crazy.
You never
So
eat
Yeah.
the ice on a plane.
yeah.
But I don't know. I
Oh
think
man. Yeah, well, at least they got the crackers then. Shoot, we'll be good with that.
But I'm done trying to convince people to do better. I just be watching people. I just be watching them from a distance, like, damn, that's fucked up. Like I ain't trying to convince nobody no more.
Well, you're like a rock that hit a pond. It's ripples. So there's going to be some effects you're not going to see. You're probably not even going to be around for when the true transition happens. Because like history's shown us, no matter how low it gets, it's going to turn around. That's the promise of
Who
Christ,
told you
right?
that? Who told you that?
Jesus Christ.
He said no matter how low it get, it's gonna turn around.
If you trust in Him, yeah, of course, He's the ultimate redeemer. He said, "You trust in Him,
He
it
never
will turn
said that it
around."
was gonna turn around. He said it rains on the just and the unjust. That's what he said.
Alike, yes, but you trust in Him, you have peace beyond understanding. So even if these people, like the things you're talking about, they're going through is opposite what God does, God wants for us, right? So if they follow the Lord, even if you're living in the ghetto,
What
just like
makes
the
you
slaves
think
we
that
come out
these
of,
people is following the Lord? Do you see the community?
No, they got to hit
The
rock
one,
bottom.
the one
No,
thing
I
that I
know they're
know
not.
about the
I
word,
know they're not.
right? So I don't even
But
know why you saying that.
because it has to hit rock bottom. Any type of change, it has to hit rock bottom, and there's always
Bro, it
turnaround.
already
And
hit
do
rock
you know what
bottom.
happened when it hits rock bottom?
It can
Yeah.
get
It's
worse. It can
already
get
You
there.
worse.
know what happens when you hit rock bottom? The lake enlargeth itself. There's more people that can hit rock bottom, and then you
What's
I
go deep.
know.
considered rock bottom though? What makes this rock bottom?
I think it can get worse.
Oh,
I
y'all
mean,
ain't nothing yet.
there's a reason why if you look at the schools are rock bottom because who's leading the way out of the schools? Black families. So they saw, hey, the schools aren't working. Our kids are dumb. Our kids can't read and they're passing it because no child left behind. Our kids don't know how to do math. And so we're going to leave and teach them ourselves, just like they did before the Civil Rights Act was passed. So there is a turnaround, and we've seen it in history.
No,
So I hope so. I'm not going to wait for them to turn around because I got family. I got to take care of my own. But you can be out there and say, look, guys, something's happening. Something's changing. Black men and black men honestly have to lead the way out of it if it's going to lead.
not
So
gonna happen.
I did see that there was I can't remember where I saw it, but it was talking about a large population of young people going back to the church. Like there's an influx of young people going back to the church. That's true. It's true, Anton.
Who told you that?
I
a lot of
forget
different reports,
can't remember who was saying it, but I've heard it several times.
Which church?
especially
The one where that sassy man is singing in?
Catholic.
Absolutely.
Wait, what's
Absolutely.
the
It wasn't a church that said it though. It was some statistic.
Listen, if you go to any church, it's a bunch of single women in there.
Yeah.
but what's the reason for them going back in the church?
Well, there is like a huge demographic, let's just say on Instagram, of young people talking about God, encouraging young people to get back in God. There's they've started like making church music more like rappy, more like secular. You know what I mean? There's like this huge
Yeah,
influx
it's
of
a trend.
culture
Yeah,
of young people going back to the church, getting back into the word and things. Yeah, there is.
yeah, but they're going back to church and then they're going to bust it wide open on Sunday Fun Day. So make that make sense.
Yeah, the same people that are going back to the church are not the same people busted wide open.
How you know? How you know they're going to
Why?
church?
You don't know. You know what I mean? It's like,
They're going to brunch right afterwards.
well, I did say to my friend just the other day, people do not respect Christians because Christians do not respect their own religion. They don't
Right.
No,
follow
it
their
ain't got
own
nothing to
rules.
do with Christianity.
Yep.
That's wrong.
Yes, it does. Yes,
It has nothing to do
a
with
large
Christianity.
amount of people that consider themselves Christian that support abortion, that support liberal
Let me educate you.
transgender movement.
Let me educate you. Those people are not Christian.
Yeah.
Well, who are you to say? That's what they consider themselves as.
The thing is, you can't.
God
Bible
said
says
that you
it.
will know them by their
Just because
fruit.
they say it
That
don't
makes
mean they
clearly
is it.
how they
Yeah.
identify themselves.
Listen, I'm with you.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
I
question.
agree, but
If a
that's not
man
what they
walks up to
say.
you and says that he's a woman, how do
I
you know
would
he's not a
never say
woman?
that.
Exactly.
That's that
Exactly.
point that I'm making to you. It's literally my
hmm
point that I'm making to you.
Right. So you will know them by their fruit. And anybody can say anything. That's
Sure.
why I use the man versus woman conversation.
But
Anybody can say that they are anything, but very few people actually are a reflection of what it is that they advocate for. So I don't believe them.
I agree.
I don't believe nobody. I go by what they do. I go by what their life work is a reflection of. I don't go by just what people say.
Wholeheartedly, I 100% agree. However, those people will say to them, they're at the churches every Sunday. They're doing
At
the
non-denominational churches, they are not at
communion.
churches that more or less align with Christian values.
Well, I guess that's subjective.
It's
Yeah.
not subjective.
Well,
Well,
in
The
the
churches
Bible,
that are growing in the United States
Non-denominational
of
churches,
America are non-denominational. I don't identify with anything churches.
Especially in Atlanta. Like we have a lot of churches, big churches out here, and I have friends that go to different ones, and they accept any and everybody. And I guess because I grew up in an era where I'm just like, I remember pastors, some would say shunning certain things, and now it's a free for all. So to me, it is a little confusing in the church. So to say that everybody's a Christian just because they go to church,
Right.
I don't
even
I'm just
but
sitting
even in
there.
the
Yeah.
That's what they say they are.
even in the
Mhm.
Bible, in the book of James, it speaks to people. There are those that will sneak in
Mm-hmm.
amongst the flock unannounced. So the Bible speaks to it that there will be people that profess or who will say, but are not. So, I mean, and unfortunately, a lot of people who profess to be Christians do not study the word.
There you
So
go.
it's very important that for you not to be deceived, that you are into the word and that you read what the word says to see, like Anton said, it's not what people say, it's what people do. You will know them by their fruit.
Is it Deja? And you said like there's a point, I want to say it's Galatians, where it's Paul talks about the Bereans, and the Bereans were a sect who questioned him when he making his claims. They had they had the scripture in order to test him. So as Coco said, like you have to know the word enough that if anybody, whether it's someone who's dressed up as a priest or as the crazy homeless man on the corner, if they come up and they say no, it's all right, just stick it in the butt, you go, whoa, wait a minute. It says here it's not. And you
Pause.
just